Ooh, there's a spider literally coming down from the ceiling. Gross. Teeny little guy. The only thing better than getting fabric in the mail is getting surprise fabric in the mail. It's so fun to be receiving fabric and not actually knowing what's gonna be in there. This is Pinkutso. My name is Nikki. I'm so glad you're here because I have a really fun video for you today. I ordered mystery scrap bags from several different places, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I got today in this video. Then I'm gonna tell you which ones I think were a good value, which ones I won't order again, and reasons why this might be a good idea for you if you need to build your scraps up a little bit. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, the first one I'm gonna show you is probably my favorite. No, I can't say that. It's one of my favorites. This was a Ruby Star Society scrap bag. I got this on Amazon. I think you've probably seen before that I have ordered in the past the similarly shaped scrap bag. They come in this cute packaging. I've gotten the Moda scrap bag before, and I've made little baby quilts for videos about those, but those were all pretty much like jelly roll strips. These ones are much bigger. I have a good 4 inches or 5 inches on some of these, plus these beautiful selvages. And I love Ruby Star Society. I was wanting just some more colors in my scraps, and they are known for those beautiful, bright colors. But look at these gorgeous fabrics. Like, this is a lot of fabric right here. It does say in the description that it's about 2 yards. And this is just really usable. These are big enough for my coffee sleeve pattern. They're big enough for the mason jar cozies I'm about to make a pattern for. Stay tuned for that. Or just quilting. I don't know. They're so beautiful that it's almost hard to use them, but I'm going to. I love every print in here. And these scrap bags are only $17. So this is a really affordable way to get some of these designer prints into your stash. You might not get to pick them specifically, but when you order them with a name attached like Ruby Star Society, you sort of know kind of what you're getting. So yeah, this is a great value. I will definitely be ordering another one of these in the future. You can get these on Amazon or other places online if you just search for Ruby Star Society scrap bag. I got mine on Amazon because I have the Prime shipping, you know. Okay, Fat Quarter Shop has these mystery scrap bags. These only cost $12, so you really kind of can't go wrong, but then of course they're shipping too, so I can't remember what I paid for shipping, so I probably paid closer to $20 total. What does the description on their website say? I screenshotted it. It says, this scrap bag is filled with random, non-coordinating cuts of fabric of varying sizes from 5 to 17 inches. And that is definitely true. They are random and they are non-coordinating. The biggest piece I got is this one, and I do not like this at all. I will never use this. I mean, it is a solid chunk, maybe even half yard. This is just not my kind of print. It's not my colors. I don't like the traditional Halloween colors, so I'm never gonna use that. It's going to the giveaway bin. This is fine. I will use this as filler. This is also fine. Not something I would have chosen. I have little horses, which is cute. This, I think, is yarn that coordinates with this. And so these, I think, are really cute and will get used. This one I love, and it's the smallest piece. So it's kind of a gamble. You don't really get to pick your designers or your colors or anything like that. So I guess this would be good for someone who really just doesn't have anything. Maybe you just need filler fabrics. There's usable things in here, but not really any that I would have chosen myself, except maybe this. So yeah, but that was the cheapest. Okay, next I'm very excited about. I got on Etsy, and again, trying to order some more bright fabrics for my stash. This is from a shop called, let's see, Social Gathering, and I specifically ordered a pack of scraps from both Cotton and Steel and Ruby Star. So they came in the same package. You just couldn't pick what you were getting, but you know that all the fabrics would be from those two places, Ruby Star and Cotton and Steel. And I've always loved Cotton and Steel prints. Who hasn't? And these, I love all of them. I love every one of them. I love these little stars. I love these windows with shutters. This is beautiful. And these are all kind of larger pieces, which is nice. They're not all the same, of course, but I knew that going in. Sketchbook collection. I love this. Love these whistles. Pretty sure these are out of print, Cotton and Steel, so I'm happy to have some of that. This is a great red for filler, and then these cute apples, which I'm pretty sure are also out of print, but I could be wrong. And this one's big. So this one cost me, let's see, the name of the shop is Social Gathering SEW. I will link to that in the description. And it was $37 total. So it was $23.99 plus $9 of shipping. So this one cost a little bit more, but I was able to pick the design. I was sort of able to pick the genre that I wanted fabrics in, and I will use all of these. So I'm very happy with that. And then I was working on these wonky houses, these improv houses, and I do have a tutorial coming up for this. This will be my very next video. A lot of people are very interested in learning how to make improv houses, but I'm trying to put characters or things in the doors and windows if I can. I have a birdhouse here, kitties here. So I went on and I love Heather Ross prints. I've never been able to purchase yardage of Heather Ross's, or rarely. I've had some fat quarters, but you know, designer fabrics are expensive. So I went on and I ordered from, let's see, this is from Coffee Kids and Dolls Scrap Bag, and it was on sale. So I paid $38 with shipping because it was at a discount. So this was almost $40, and I was hoping for lots of usable people and animals and things to put in my windows in my houses. So they came like this, and these are what I would consider more like crumbs. And they might be useful for my houses, but they're pretty small. And then we get up to here and we have some bigger things. Here's some little peg dolls. Heather Ross prints are just so cute and unique. These I would say are like charm square size, really beautiful. I have some mermaids, love the strawberries. Little chicks. I have some mice here that will work in my houses. And then up here we have some larger strips. So these will be more usable for my purposes. I can put a moon in the sky and look at little kitties, so cute. And then we have some larger squares here. These will also be usable for me. So while I didn't get very many with like characters on them, I guess I need to keep trying to find, I'm not sure how I would search for that and still make sure that I get prints I actually like. Maybe like I Spy quilt scraps or something. Here's a little surfer girl. So cute. I don't think you can get a lot of these fabrics anymore, so it's really fun for me to have some scraps of them. So that's what I ordered this time. It's hard to say. I was trying to pick like what I felt was the best value here, and it's really hard to say because I do feel like for designer fabrics, I got my money's worth from all of these, except this one, which even though I don't like very many, I really only hate that one. And so these will get used. They're good filler fabrics, and this was the cheapest one, so I really can't complain. I will say also that they were not nicely folded in the bag like this. They were literally just crammed in there. You know, like stuffed. It was bad. Okay, that was super fun. Now I have 4 reasons for you why you might want to consider ordering a mystery scrap bag. The first is if you just need to bulk up your scraps. Maybe you're newer to sewing, maybe you don't have a lot of scraps right now, or maybe you are missing something that you need. So for example, when I finish these houses, I'm gonna put them together in a quilt by adding strips that are like low volume strips. I don't just wanna do white, but I don't want anything loud either. And I don't actually have a lot of low volume fabrics, so it'll be more economical for me to buy a scrap bag on Etsy of low volume fabrics than to go out and buy yardage of several of them at a time. So if you need a certain kind of scraps that you're low on, that's a good reason to try a mystery scrap bag for sure. The second is if you just want some variety. I sew a lot with my scraps, and so it sometimes starts to feel like things just start to look the same because I have the same scraps in everything. Sometimes I just want to add something new, so that's why this time I wanted to add those bright fabrics and just some more fun prints that I haven't seen before in all my other projects. Okay, a third reason is a really good one. You need it for something specific. Like for example, my houses, I needed the little prints that go in the windows. So I ordered Heather Ross because I know Heather Ross fabrics have a lot of those kinds of things. I could probably also search for like an I Spy bag. I'm still trying to solve that problem, but also I think I'll just go through my scraps already and just cut out any little characters or little things I can put in the doors and windows, and I'll probably be surprised because I bet I do have enough. I also ordered those hexagons from a shop called, what was it called? Oh, Hello Hexy's shop on Etsy, and that was so perfect because I knew I wanted cute centers. I knew that Heather Ross fabrics would be cute centers, and I knew that there would be a great picture on every single hexie. So it was kind of a no-brainer to order those. So if you need it for something specific, a mystery scrap bag can be a great idea. Or like the Moda scrap bags or the Ruby Star Society scrap bags, the ones with the strips. If you are wanting to make a baby quilt and you just don't have the time or energy to put together so many coordinating fabrics, at least when you order those scrap bags, you don't get to pick the fabric collection, but they are all in one collection, so they're all gonna go with each other, which is kind of the nice thing about the Moda and Ruby Star ones. Okay, the fourth reason, and this is a good one, is that you might not always have the cash to fork over for these designer fabrics. They're so nice and they're so fun, and I often want them myself, but I'm just not willing to spend so much on just a fat quarter, you know, not to mention a whole yard. So this is a really good way for me to get my hands on some of them, just to have little pieces of them around. They bring me so much joy, but it's way more economical than ordering yardage, especially because if I did order yardage, I could probably only do like 1 or 2 prints. Definitely not this many, all the ones that I'm getting in these mystery bags. So my biggest tip for ordering mystery scrap bags, and I learned this lesson with the one from Fat Quarter Shop, I probably won't really use, I definitely won't use the Halloween one, and I'll probably use the others, but I wouldn't have chosen them myself. So I think it works much better if I have something in mind that I want scraps of. So like the Ruby Star, I knew I wanted bright, and I know Ruby Star does bright. And then with the Heather Ross, I knew I wanted little characters and pictures, and Heather Ross does little characters and pictures. And then I knew that I would like the Cotton and Steel novelty prints, so I went with Cotton and Steel. So if you have some kind of clue, then make it a little bit less of a mystery for yourself rather than just ordering a mystery scrap bag from just anywhere, because quilt shops like Fat Quarter Shop, they sell so many fabrics, and obviously they cater to a whole slew of different tastes in fabric too, so you could just be getting anything. And so even though that was the cheapest one, it still wasn't really worth my money because it wasn't really usable for me. It's not what I would have picked. All of the other ones, because I was a little bit more specific in what I wanted, those are much better value and just much more useful in my sewing room. So I hope this has been really helpful for you. If you have any other tips or experiences or any other places where we can get mystery scrap bags, if you had a bad experience, a good experience, I would really love to hear about that in the comments. I'm sure other people would too. And then be sure and follow along next week. So hit subscribe so you don't miss this improv house tutorial that's coming next week. I'm really excited about it because this is one of my favorite things to make. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.